There you go.
One go. Welcome to Double Funnel TV. From the tundra.
From the tundra. It is freezing.
It's pretty cold.
Texas is not supposed to be 34 degrees.
That would be true. It's not supposed to be, but it is.
Yes, it is, unfortunately.
Yes, it is.
Alrighty.
What are we doing today?
Normally, we would be building a landing page.
So that the way that was phrased would indicate that's not what we're doing.
No, for two reasons. I was having a little issue logging in today. I think I changed my username into Kyvio, and I've got to probably call support to get in because I'm inept like that. This is what happens when you try to transfer everything to one singular.
So that the way that was.
Oops, I got a little zip of you.
I guess.
Copy link address. I was going to copy the link address over to you. Let's see if I can narrow that down for sharing. There we go. That's the share link I'm sending over to you. And then I'm going to go over to AppSumo, one of the, what would you call them? The developers reached out to me because of our Double Funnel TV and the reviews that we've done on AppSumo, and specifically asked, or let me know kindly, that he had a deal coming up that was relevant. So let me...
And what would that relevant deal be?
That relevant deal, they're doing RelayThat again.
Really?
Yes. I'm actually, and the reason I wanted to get that share link is I was going to let Craig Carpenter, who's the developer, know that we are live in case he wanted to jump in and join us. And let me go open up apps. Whoa. It opened up all weird. All right, let's hold, please.
Just join us live for another AppSumo.
Tap, 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 tap,
Review.
tap, tap.
How's that?
Yeah, I'm trying to see why I've got a blank screen here. My screen looks good.
RelayThat?
Can you see it up there? Oh, yes, RelayThat. You are. All right, Facebook. It says it has it.
There we go.
Why is it not? Maybe if I close one of my 100 windows.
That might do it.
Possibly.
Might see you in your Nanook tundra hat, but
Let's say, what did you call it?
Nanook of the North tundra
I have post
hat.
to Facebook, inbox. Okay, it's not showing for me.
Why?
I don't know. That's okay. You know what I can do is I will just share my Chrome. There we go. That one shows. So you'll get to see Be Live and a Be Live and a Be Live and a Be Live.
Awesome. There's Google.
And there we go.
There we go.
Visitor analytics. That's not the one we want.
RelayThat.
Yes. So to kind of give everybody a quick overview of RelayThat, this is one of the, I would say, very critical applications that we use to do when we do social for the entire year. Like, we might drop in every now and then to VisMe for a couple of very specific things. But for a lot of the things that we're creating, we use RelayThat because I can create those 52 very similar posts for all of Mondays throughout the entire year very quickly. So now if you were going to go by and you were going to do it individually, that would take a lot longer, but let me take this out of here so I can make sure that we're working. Are we still working? We're still working. Okay. I like to be able to see that we're working.
That's
But
encouraging.
RelayThat basically enables you to create a beautiful layout, even if you have zero design skill whatsoever. It's already done for you. And you just, over in a tiny little cute form, input the words that you want, and they magically show up at the right size in the right place in the box on the left. Crazy easy. So, like if you're a, what's the word I'm looking for? Graphic artist, you're probably going to give me the, oh, that's taking all the art out. I'm not talking to you. I'm talking about to the rest
Get
of
over
the population. I'm talking to the rest of the population with no design skill. And even if they do have design skill, they don't have time to jump into Illustrator and Photoshop and make these beautiful works of art that just take time. Or the person who's constantly buying images on Fiverr. Those are $5 a piece, sometimes 40, depending on what you want. Here's the other cool thing. If you'll see right here, your designs in every dimension. You can you can fill out one of the boxes and you can start hitting the different layouts. And so like if you're looking to get your Facebook header done, your LinkedIn header, your Google header when it existed, I know I'm missing headers here. All sorts of headers, banner on your website, a blog post, a tall banner, short banner, fat banner. If you're doing Google ads and you've got to fit a million different sizes, this makes it a lot easier as well. So I don't actually know what deal they're running. I didn't ask them. Create beautiful branded images, unlimited projects. That's a key word right there. Ready-made, blah, blah, blah. Best for social media managers, digital agencies, small businesses trying to level up their marketing efforts. Let's see what the limitations are. That's what I'm kind of curious because this deal is coming back up. Oh, you can see some of the beautiful work there. Let's see if I can make it bigger. But I mean, those are saying, look, that's your logo that could be there, right? The words that you want, your call to action.
So it actually it sizes everything?
Everything. So like if I added a whole bunch of words over here on the right where these words are, it would automatically make those words smaller.
Wow.
And if you'll see like some of the words here in different colors, there's just a tiny little bitty bracket that you can put around those words and you can choose which words you want to have that accent. And if you'll see over here on the left, there's all sorts of different options. So if you don't like this layout, you just click on another one. The other big thing that I'm loving with this particular application is you see all these images right here? That stock photography is so expensive. It's included with the application.
Wow.
With it.
Yeah, stock photography is crazy expensive.
All right, so here's going to be my big one. And I was wondering if he was going to keep this with this particular AppSumo role. You can still keep unlimited projects. So I'll show you like when I go to demonstrate what that means. But basically what I get to do is come in and create a brand board where I upload all the different logos, all the colors, all the fonts. You can upload, or at least I could upload my custom fonts. But you can set those for every single project. So whether you have multiple companies or you're an agency and you're trying to do this really quick for other people, I can create one of these, unlimited projects, one for each client, and it saves all my colors. Let's see, unlimited download, so there's no limit. There's over 3 million copyright-free photos and icons. And you get to do the custom font uploads. So for anybody in graphics, and it's $49, so not the $39, $49, but it is forever.
That's pretty awesome.
So for anybody, and it wasn't always as cool as it is now. I had done a previous review on them for AppSumo, and there was a lot of things that were glitchy, right? But that's part of AppSumo is you don't always get a perfect application, right? They've done so much to get this back. I mean, look at this. This is what I meant. Go away. Don't need you. When I say like getting everything in multiple, if this is your ad,
right,
you can do it across every different stylized, here's your, you got your large leaderboard on a website. This would also be great for an email banner if you wanted a thin one. I've got your skyscraper one here for the side panel of your blogs. This is, it's not quite a blog post. There's a Facebook ad, but that looks almost blog size too, but they have blog size. Any image size that you think you need, you get. It's got one review because it just opened up this morning. A couple questions. Let me see what questions people want answered. Building a new site and all my images are SVG. I have no idea what SVG is. SVG.
Me either.
Okay, you know what? It's not going to take an SVG file. I figure that's a scalable vector graphic. However, this is really simple. Just save your SVG file to a PNG and you're good to go, because it will take a PNG. I know it'll take a JPEG, but it'll take those PNG logo files so that you can get that transparent background. Let's see. I bought RelayThat here previously, so I'm not able to review it again, but I have to say, get it. It's a fantastic tool. Any difference between this offer and the first one? I don't see any comments. I don't see any difference in this offer off the bat. I could be wrong on that, but I have a few VAs who invite members to a particular project. I don't believe so. So let's go to, so I can't actually show purchasing it. So I'll stop here. While I'm logging in. What are your thoughts?
Well, the ability to have it size everything, that actually, because that it in your creative, if you're creative, you're tending to focus on the concept of the post as opposed to the number of words or the this or the that, right? So what I think is cool about it is being able to type your thought. I mean, go ahead and put your concept in there, let it do its magic, and then look at it and go, wow, that's really freaking awesome, or holy cow, there's a lot of words there, or whatever the case might be, right? I think the automatic scalability and things like that are actually, it's more significant than you think it is. If you're, I mean, I'm thinking of it from a creative side, right? Because I kind of like to, I think of thoughts, and you kind of want that thought to go. And if all of a sudden it's like, oh crap, now I got to play with how to size this and do all that different stuff, it kind of takes you out of that creative mode, at least for me. And now I've got to get tactical and mechanical, and I got to think differently because I got to get it to fit. So having that, I mean, I know it may sound like a small thing, but I actually think it's a pretty big thing to make it, to pretty it up automatically.
No,
and then to give you multiple. It's really funny. I'm sitting here looking at this. Okay, so I don't know if you saw my Facebook post, but we announced the Gridiron Growth Conference in Miami, April 25th and 26th. And the vertical graphic is awesome, but it's a vertical graphic. And so all of a sudden I'm sitting there going, wouldn't it be nice if that was Facebook banner size?
Oh.
But it's not Facebook banner size. It's vertical graphic. And so I've got, so far the promoter, I've only got a choice of 2 pictures. So it limits my ability to promote the event that I'm actually in.
I see.
So this would, you understand, if
and you don't have control of the original graphic and the pieces.
I can probably, well, what this is calling to my attention is I should probably get them. Right?
Well, I mean, at this point, you can't import a Photoshop file into this program. Like you can import a JPEG, but what you can do is basically replicate, remember, because out of all people, you've gotten really good at like doing things too. Like, so we use the color pickers. Right. You would just log into one of these, or not log in, upload that image into one of these color pickers. You'd have all the hex codes you need. Right. It would be nice to know the fonts if you could get the font, but if the font doesn't matter, like, unfortunately, a lot of people don't even pay attention to their fonts these days with their images and their marketing. This will actually help you choose your fonts. You can go, see if I go over here, fonts that work together. And I believe they use, let me go over to fonts. So this is where fonts are done at. Oh my. You get font 1, font 2, and a highlight font. So you can see right here, I actually uploaded, I had to purchase this one. It was a very specific font that one of our clients, Peace, Love, Wax, undo, was using. I don't even know what I want it to be, but we'll pick a different one. This is that special font. So whenever you put these brackets, let's see if I can use the brackets. Which ones are these? Right over the regular parentheses, over the enter button on your, you just use those and it makes it red. You get to choose that one, and that's like your crazier font, or it can be a bolder version. You'll get font 2 and font 1. So these are going to be your main ones. You're going to want them to be pretty readable. I mean, in general, you want all your fonts readable, right? But you can go over here. Oh, I was going to see if they're Google fonts.
That's
Leo,
cool.
I think they're Arial's like basic. Brandon text. Is Brandon text a Google font? They knew what I wanted. All right, Brandon text, web font. No, not Google fonts. Okay, but you can come over here. 10 beautiful font combinations for all your design needs. And this is not the only one. I happen to be on inkbotdesign.com.
Very cool.
Complement or contrast, keep it in the same family. So it's kind of showing you where you can keep all the font family, and then opposites attract. So here we go. And these are ones I recognize from being in here. Here's Oswald with Open Sans, Bevon with Oxygen. So you can kind of pick one of these that best represents your brand and run with it. You didn't have to hire a designer, you know, to come up with this fabulous idea. Just pick one. Like, I could just as easily adopt that one. It's got the, and I don't even remember what it's called. In the military, we are constantly stenciling stuff. So all of our words that we use have the little lines in between them, because that's how the stencils stay together. So that was like fonts that we picked out, where I'm really used to those fonts where you could spray paint. It's not unusual to have courier in the military, because we use really old stuff like typewriters. We still have papers in freaking typewriter format. But as far as since a warfare kind of brand, that works. And I didn't have to come up with anything. I actually do use courier on a regular basis, and I have used Alerta. So you can take those. Again, you didn't have to do anything. I could come up here. Now, I'm not going to change mine, because one I chose was Oswald Light. Oddly enough, we were just talking about Oswald. I chose Oswald Bold. I know, crazy. Another one that I use is Lotto, but Oswald's a little tighter. And then for highlights, do they have Alerta? I was going to go ahead and go with that one. So let me see if I can find one, because I want to kind of show an example. And since I know this one, I feel like the time is going fast, so I'll actually show. I wonder what that's called. I have no idea what that's called on a font where you can spray paint it. That type of design. There's Lobster. I never get to use Lobster. Didn't we just use it the other day?
Yeah, we used it the other day.
Mm-hmm.
It's funny that Neo whatever looks a lot like a different one that I've used on some stuff as of late.
Okay, they don't have any spray paint. Text me, sorta. No spray paint style font. Okay. You know what? Note to self. Where's his name? Fred Carpenter. I need a spray paint font. I could upload one. I'm just being lazy. Let's see if I can find one to upload, just to show you the ease of that.
Just to show you can do it?
Yeah. I'm trying to remember the name of mine that I usually use. I'll come over here to Evernote. I'll actually pull the real thing if I'm going to go ahead and buy it. Mascot, Fishbone Ideas, 30 days. Here we go. Branding plan. All right, fonts to use. Black Ops 1 and Courier was the other one. So I'm actually going to come and let's see if we can play here. And I'm going to show how to build like several different images, like you said, and we'll start actually going and replacing things.
I sent you the pictures of those. I've sent you those 3 graphics.
Okay. Let's do Courier. Oops, I went right by Courier. Do they not have Courier? For shame. I guess nobody wants to use Courier. I don't even blame them.
No kidding. Why would you want to?
Oh, it's so cool though. That is a Google font. Oh. One of these is going to open for me. So this is the Black Ops. All right, so it is actually downloading now because it is a Google font, free. You can find free fonts. Just make sure that they have commercial use rights. Which one do I want to use it on? I'm actually going to use it on a highlight here. Uploaded.
Did you get it?
Uploading new font file. So I got to click on this. Oh, got it. I've got to unzip it first.
Oops.
I know, right? I'm not actually sure. I think it's the TTF one, pretty sure. It's the big file. If not, it'll yell at me. There we go. Black Ops 1 regular, even though it doesn't look like that. Let's see if I can, boom.
What's it look like?
Yay! All this time I've had RelayThat, I've never uploaded my font.
That's pretty cool.
So I'm going to change it so you can see it right there in the white. But typically, I know it doesn't show there, but it ends up being, and so you can change all these colors to your brand. So it's in red. I can come over here and I'm going to change the color of that shape. You know what? I'm going to be in my link, my Evernote here because I need all my brand info. Lightest gray. C6, C6, C6. That was not the color I thought it was.
Look at all this.
Right. Looking for that line. I guess, is this it? Stripe or line? That is an actual line. I like that being. Shape? Or no, it's a stripe. Stripe, we already did that one. There we go. Let us know in the comments below. What can we... So the other thing you can do is you can start coming up with your basics. So I only have one main icon uploaded, and I think that was because... let me see if
icon being your logo or being...
My logo here, yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm going to upload icon 3. No, we'll do this one. Click over here. You can upload whatever you want. I'm going to see if I saved it. I've been bad about keeping my color one. That's a JPEG. I have no PNG of my color one. But interestingly enough, I have a PNG of me pointing to the right. I wonder if that'll get it. It's super random.
It is fairly random.
And there I am. So there's a little bitty version of me, and part of me thinks that's kind of adorable, and I happen to be in red too. So I'm going to hop over to another AppSumo.
Exactly.
And this is where when you start to, like, there are some AppSumo deals where they kind of overlap, right? And they're like, oh, I already have one bit image editor in Visme, right? Meet Reginald. This is one of my clients' brand cats, her mascot.
Her brand cat?
Her brand cat, it's Reginald. She is a wonderful copywriter. Let's see what this is over here. This is the one, Visme, though, was the one that was irritating me, remember?
Right, because of you're tapped out on
because
potentials.
There was no unlimited, right?
Right.
And they make it unlimited. And so Visme would argue it's because they have to store your images and that takes space. So I will flip over a little bit to relay that. Over here, if I click it, I don't want to click on it yet. You know what? I'll click on it because I believe that saves automatically. I believe. Here's all my saved photos. I hit collect and it saves. Not only does it save, but it saves in an editable format. So I can click on this one and make more from that same image.
Got it.
So that is one of the ways that I felt like Visme lost. The thing that Visme can do, though, is I can go in here and I can create a PNG file. That is something that RelayThat is not, to my knowledge. Craig Carpenter is welcome to correct me on that one. See if that is a oh, that is a PNG. Yay. Let's make this a square shape so that I can get the most from it.
Almost square. Kind of almost square.
Canvas is square, but my logo is not quite square. So we're going to download that as a PNG.
That's why I said it was almost square.
So the logos are where I go back to Visme at, and I'm just going to click on icon 3 over here, which is my little collection. And we will add the downloads, that logo. And then I will add it to my save file so I have it next time. So you can see it's a little knot. I'm not too worried about that because that one, if I change the background color, a lot of it's going to change and I can change it per image. I don't have a book, but I could upload my book cover. I just kind of want to play with that. AppSumo. Oops, you're not F. Scott.
What?
Well, I was going to go, do you have your books listed on your website?
Sure.
Where at? Writing?
Under store.
Store.
To the right. To the right. Well, it was to the right. Where'd it go?
Resources or digital courses?
They're there. See, there's some of them. They're there. Books.
I know. Save image as 65. Because I don't have a book and you do.
You're going to throw my book in there? That's very nice.
I'm going to throw my book. Your book in there because I don't have a book. Just as an example. So now I've got a thing in there that would like overlay on a book. And a screenshot. So I'm actually going to make this window wider. I'm going to go over to my website. How am I typing HTTP? Warfare. Can't spell warfare.
Cool.
Marketing. This is great, by the way. If you have a training site of any kind of membership, you can get these screenshots. Or if you're selling, like offering tips or a PDF. So I'm actually going to take the whole thing so it can show you how many browsers I have open and look like a legit website. Open on my browser. Upload this. Let's go to desktop screenshot. I've already uploaded one for my mobile phone version. And I literally took a screenshot of my phone and then used the Apple AirDrop and sent it over here, and I uploaded it. So you could see one of my social posts because I was working on my social media stuff. You can see here on the images, I've uploaded my main image, like my headshot, one from our grand opening event with me presenting with a champagne glass. I have a background. I don't even know why. I just needed something as a background, and it worked. And then I'll show you here how you can come over here to photos, and let's just say business. I feel like everyone who's in stock photography understands this. There's the classic handshake. We'll do the classic handshake over the tabletop, and you just drag and drop. That was all I did. This one's just cool. It's got buildings. I don't necessarily know that I love that one.
Those are all in RelayThat?
This is all in RelayThat.
Yeah, photography's a big.
And you know,
thing.
right off the
Big
bat,
cool.
I'm noticing theirs is actually better than some of the ones that I've seen. This one actually, look at this. This may not seem like a big deal to some people. It has a Black woman in a business setting.
Yeah.
Like sometimes I have a hard time finding anybody of color, women, people in a middle ground, especially women. So they'll have young women and really old women, but not people in the middle. So they actually have a great kind of spectrum of different options, even better than some of the other ones. You know what? I'm going to drag the boss lady over here instead. I like that one. Like a boss. So I have basically just created a palette, and that's a good place to start. Not to say that you won't change any of those. Text free. So I've got my website in there for when I want to add the website.
Right.
I've got one of my grays, and you can always change out these grays. Text for, I've got like my little hashtag if that's going to be a big deal for me. And what I don't have is like necessarily a call to action, like a click here, but I could just as easily change text for to be that like button click, whatever it is you want information. So text one, what is a good one? Join us. How to create 365 social media posts in one day.
It's pretty cool how it maximizes space.
Yeah. I spelled webinar, webinaire.
Close.
And then,
Well,
okay.
It's the classy way of spelling it.
It's French.
That's right.
You know what, maybe we do this one. Oops, wrong one. Create, put it in the wrong spot. I want to put it under create. I'll put it over create. I don't necessarily like it on free. There we go. How to create 365 social media posts in one day. I actually don't like webinar here.
What do you want in there?
Free webinar. I just want it separate. All right, so this is not pretty. That is just kind of like putting in the basics. So the magic comes, now that I've put everything in, I've got all my fonts in the way that I want them. I may come over here. What do I have? I have Oswald Light and font 1, Oswald Bold on the other one. That's not terrible. I'm going to try Lotto here, though. Got Lotto Heavy. Still not a fan. All right, I like the Lotto Heavy there a little bit better.
I like that free webinar there. That works.
All righty, and let's now go to, that's got impact label. That's kind of cool. Now we go to actual, what do the posts look like? The first thing that I would want, right, is going to be, let's go to Facebook cover. I've got, let's see.
What is, Facebook has a specific size of the banner, right?
They do.
Obviously. Do you know
Now,
what
the
it
only
is?
thing I don't like here is that I feel like he has the old banner. So, and this is showing the section. So this is what the old one would have hidden. On the other hand, if you look up here, this is part that, depending on your banner size, some of this might get covered. So in that way, it's nice to know, and you can just turn this off and on. Free webinar, how to create 365 social media posts in one day. Let's take that off. Warfare.marketing. I may not want that, but if you don't want something, you can just click on it. So it keeps that simple. All sorts of variations here. Like if you had multiple people on the webinar, you've got multiple images you could add. This one's kind of like the simple version. I got white, how to create my logo. Got a lot of someone else's blonde hair. I like that this one
What'd you
actually
do that
has
for?
a picture. I know, right? How to create, we got the background image. But here's a cool thing. So whenever he has like iPads or something,
Yeah.
right now there's a left female light hand. I can also take that off and do a right hand, which looks weird on the image. I've got a left male dark hand, a dark female
That's pretty
hand.
cool, actually.
I know, right? Each one has slightly different, but you get to change that up based on what you want it to be.
Right.
Which one do I just love? I think this one, because it was kind of simple. Oh wait, what was the original one? Did I turn a line off? I thought there was a line right there. That's not it. That's not it. Ooh, I don't like that. I thought I had a box one.
4.
Where there was like a red box around that. Let's see if I can work with this one.
That's
The
interesting.
remix.
That's interesting.
What do you think?
I like it. Actually, I like the, you know, the non-traditional look of it with the angle the whole bit. I like that.
Alrighty then, so then we're going to download this. Now the downside is I don't actually have the link to that webinar. I was going to create that later today, but we're going to go ahead and download it.
That's very cool.
We can always put, let me know in the comments below if you're interested. Go over to Facebook.
Let me
know.
What the heck?
Call me.
We'll make it work.
Right. So the first place we're going to do is, you know, while we're here, we'll go ahead and do me. Update cover photo. Select photo. Oh, that's select. I want to upload one. My bad. One of the things that I like that he does is when the file downloads is he doesn't put the name of his company in it. That's something Visme does, and videos. I think it's videos does it that annoys me. So I'm going to drag it here. So it's a little different. This is a personal one.
Yeah,
Save,
that's good.
save changes. And then the critical one for anybody who is looking at this, I want to click on it, add a description. Let me know if you are interested. Comments below, and I will drop a link and set up the live webinar.
I like it.
Done editing. So now, just floating out there, in theory, I would have like a link there, right? I've got my picture here. If I was just only going to use it on my personal page, I might drop my picture here, but I'm not. So,
yeah.
Warfare marketing. You could even change it out to make it slightly different for every individual.
Yeah, exactly.
So right here, I have the want me to build your funnel for free, obviously referencing our double funnel TV. Choose from photos, upload. There we go. Save. Click on it again. Add a description in case somebody asks. Don't forget about your groups. I'm going to go over to my Facebook group and do the same thing. As you can see, this like flies by when you're paying attention. Choose from group photos. Choose from my photos. Boom, it's already in my photos. Save. Same thing, click on it. Make sure you change the description. Add something when you're doing this because when you change your cover photos, it does get some attention. Okay.
Right.
LinkedIn. All right, I don't think I've messed with RelayThat as it comes to a LinkedIn cover.
Oh, that's interesting.
Let's start with Twitter.
So it's got all the sizes all preset there?
Yes, I meant Twitter. Twit login.
Nice.
That's hilarious.
What?
I went to look for the Twitter login and I got a Twitter username Twit logon. Twitter.
Clever.
Now I'm like second guessing myself.
In what way?
That I got the right one. Warfare marketing. See if I can guess my password. Yay, I did. So let's go over here and save password for one. I'm going to edit my profile. In fact, it's got a really old one up here, so this is good anyway. We're going to go over here and we are going to do a Twitter header. A little different. Kind of like that, keeping it simple, how to create one day, free webinar.
Yeah.
Not sure about lines. I don't need my logo in this picture. Take those off. I think I kind of like the bold white ones. What do you think?
Yeah.
That's just the back of someone's head. That's not fun.
Well, that's Twitter. I was going to say in Facebook, that would be covered up. That would be the circle of branding.
Circle of trust.
Yeah, I was going to say that, but circle of branding, right?
Let's take that off. What would the border be? I kind of like a border, and you can take this, click on it, and you can move your photos around. You can get a better look, and then we're going to just download. I can click collect to save as well. And we're going to go over here. Edit. Upload photo. The header was successfully published. Upload. So my face, I'm not in love with this right now. My face is a little further up. The words are a little up higher, so I'm just going to just tweak it a little bit. Drag my face down a little bit more.
Yeah, bring all that down.
And so this is something new that was not in the last one, the ability to kind of like change and move things around. So download that again.
In RelayThat?
In RelayThat. It used to be it was stuck there, stuck. So I'm not a big fan, like if you don't have to move it, don't move it. If you're feeling brave and froggy, go ahead and do it.
Man, I would think as a, if you were doing any kind of digital marketing or graphics of any sort, pretty powerful tool.
Yep. And now here's an interesting thing. So normally not a fan of Twitter. I don't think it's going to give you the same kind of like push that the other social medias would have. If you happen to be using a scheduler, you can toss it to Twitter. Why not? But for the most part, you're not going to get a lot of love on Twitter without, you know, a lot going on, right? However, what Twitter shines is events, like really big events who are trying to bring entire stranger crowds together. It becomes a great place, like hop on Twitter, hop on Instagram, use a particular hashtag, right? Go to TNC in less than a week, hashtag T and C 2019. Everyone's going to be using it. I have a ton of notes I can constantly share. I can literally flood the market with relevant TNC stuff. And when they come to my post or my Twitter, my profile, they see my face so they can find me in the crowd. Hey, ladies, especially you, make sure your picture actually looks like you. And they're going to see this. And if my link right here, and it doesn't right now, this should then change to get the live, you know, webinar, go here and have a link that takes you there to immediately sign up. And obviously don't sign up in the middle of the event. But if everyone's pointing that you can leverage social media during an event to get attention to what it is you're doing. Let's see, what else do we have left? LinkedIn. Let's see if we can make it LinkedIn friendly. That LinkedIn header is crazy. Got a wide banner, a Twitter. They got a Google header, and Google's going away.
Well, they're trying. They're trying to save them. They're trying to help.
They're trying. Not a big fan of my LinkedIn company covers here.
Why?
And they're lacking. They're lackluster. But here's the thing. I can go and just pick one that's a different one. That's an easy one to redo. Right. Business card, that's new. So you could come in and create business cards. That would be something you'd want to spend a little bit more time on doing. Let's see. Oh, LinkedIn profile cover. Let's see if it works. Got a couple options.
Well, I mean, now that you're going through all these different templates that are in there, it's a definite what you'd have to have this, or you should have this.
All right, so I got some bubbles over here. I'm going to put
look at the bubbles.
LinkedIn summary. LinkedIn personal summary. I'm missing a couple bubbles. I'm just going to go over here to my handy dandy images. Drag a couple to the bubbles. It's a little repetitive.
A little.
Let's do social. We got like the queen bee head over here. That doesn't look very relevant though. Let's drag some social icons from a phone. There we go. LinkedIn personal summary, how to create 365 social media posts in one day. Download. Let's see if it works. My current one we built. Is all the info right? The actual information isn't good. Save image as. I want to make sure I save it. I'm not sure if I have it somewhere else. And we're going to edit. Let's see if it works. I feel like this is the one that is the big difference. Delete photo, adjust filter, change photo. You clicking around in there?
I am.
All right, so it fits perfect. Let's see how it looks. I can immediately say I could have skipped my own picture. It's got like a picture by a picture there. And actually that is going to drive me insane.
The what? The extra bubbles? The bubble over the top of your head?
Own picture.
I know, the bubble over the top of your head, that bubble.
There we go.
Which bubble's going to drive you insane?
It's the one right here. It's my own picture right next to my own picture.
Yeah, that's pretty weird.
Now I'm gone. Now it's
so that's LinkedIn?
That's LinkedIn, and look at that. That is one of the hardest ones.
It's pretty awesome that it comes up that easy.
Yep. All right, so that was the hard one. Let's see what other ones we're missing. It almost kind of becomes a checklist, too, of which ones you're missing. YouTube. That is a hard one. YouTube has to look good in multiple directions. And I'm actually not seeing one that's great.
Yeah, YouTube is really hard. I've found that to be true.
How to create. So this one will work. They have some on here. Not all of them, I can tell you, are actually going to work. Note to Craig. Because YouTube, here's a great example. There's a piece of this that will fit. So this one might work.
Right.
Here's the one that I was on. That was actually a better example. Right here. So with YouTube, and it has this great cover guide.
Right.
It has to work as the whole image. Then it has to work in this longer version with a bunch of stuff over it. And then there's a version that is just a tiny stripe here across the entire image. And yet another one that is only this itty bitty center part. So to give an example.
That's weird.
If I go over here to YouTube, musical arts schoolhouse. You can kind of see like my limitations here working. This is one version of this image. This is that long, thin portion taken out of the center. See if I can make it change. Nope, that's always on desktop. If I'm on the big screen TV, I'm watching it, there's a whole set of image that's separate, but I have to make the core aspects fit in the center of that image right here. That needs to fit right there. So I'm actually not going to download that one because our YouTube is different. Here's one that combines the book Again, the heart of your book, though, has to be in the center or that doesn't work. So that one's interesting. That one could use some work, I think. Let's see, I've got book covers, audio covers, so you could create your book cover in here. LinkedIn profile covers, Patreon cover, Twitch video, Meetup cover. So this one's been helpful to me. I was going to say these are awful, but they're still loading. Oh, they're still not great.
Well, but I mean, having the size, I mean, very seriously, just having the size and the capability to modify them easily is actually pretty darn helpful.
No, it is. And here's the other thing. Some of these size, so like YouTube thumbnail, that's an important one to me that we use regularly.
Yeah.
You have a lot more flexibility on this. You can pump out thumbnails really quick. These are ones I'd have to look at. You can you got the, website there.
Yeah.
Man, there's a lot in here to change it up. I don't like that one. I like this one. Oh my gosh, that's going to be one of my new ones. I like that.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
That is a good one. I've got like a phone in here. I'd like to think that I can upload this phone image. I wonder how you do that. Anyway, so we're kind of like at 10 o'clock mark. We haven't done social. There's a webinar for that, oddly enough. But there's lots of other images. Like we only looked at really covers, right?
Right.
There's strictly quote style post where it's all about how to create different posts. This would be more like the Pinterest size. You've got where you can bring in, you could drag and change this image every single time. So each one has slightly different one to create those posts. That's for the quote. This or that. I love these posts because you can like vote A or B, right?
Yeah.
Here's the 3-option one. Here's a bigger version. So, which image do you prefer? Headshot 1 or headshot 2. Here's one that's awesome. Really great. This is new. Heart or a like. So if you're looking for engagement on, say, I don't know, a Facebook ad and you want to drive costs down, great way there.
I like that one.
Split. I don't love, I could reformat. Or which one? So there's some great options in here. You just have to go through and scroll. We've got your collages. These are fairly basic. Lots of people do collages. The book promo for people who have books.
Like that.
Like that. Just change the cover background. Here we go. Obviously, you'd have a different picture here, maybe yourself or a picture speaking.
Yeah.
Nice shadows, like it's taking over, and you could have a picture of those giants in the background. See what other kind of show infographics. Oh my gosh, those are huge these days. Here's a 4-quad. You got your Venn diagram pointing to the Venn diagram. I'd like to see some more on that, like those expand. Those are hard, and I get that. Mock-ups, huge one for us. There's my little cell phone. There's my laptop. I didn't have to do anything. Free webinar. I'm actually downloading that now. It's a really good post. It needs a little up. You know what? We're not going to download it. I want to collect it. That's what I want to do.
Want to collect it?
That's how you save. I'm not a fan of the word, but this is one we use a lot right here. Basic logo. Show the iPad how to do it. Collect that one too. Got sticky notes. Here's one where it looks like there's a cover on it, and you can even pick different covers and change it to be red or blue. Same thing here. So you got the phone that's like right up in your face. Right now it's got a black man's hand. I can do a white man's hand. Hand, slightly darker female hand, darker female hand. Look at those pretty nails. Invitations, if you were sending out invitations. So also, I don't know why this is so much relevant, but in a lid. I hope that helps.
Oh, that's yeah. If the yeah, I mean that was a specific campaign that one of the soft drink manufacturers used.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Ah, so we got the Facebook.
Yeah, no, I mean that's amazing. The capability of that, actually. The reality is, if you are if you do digital marketing or if you're a graphic designer, this is a must-have tool, I would think. And if you're an entrepreneur who, you know, kind of puts things together with baling wire and whatever until you can get somebody to do it until you can hire a team to do it, you know, it's a lifetime thing.
Yep. Rayanne said she needed to watch again to see how we did the logo.
Yeah.
And found all the fonts and colors. So yeah, definitely just watch it again. It's up there at the front. And obviously this is an AppSumo review, but I consider some of these lifetime deals make it so easy to double your funnel possibilities. So I want to make sure that those tools are available and that you know about them, right? While I'm wearing my fuzzy.
Yeah, exactly.
But definitely go get it. I'll drop a link in the description so you can go get it directly. And let's even go back over here to AppSumo. It is $49. I do not know how long that will be till. I don't know if he's doing it until he sells out or how they're going to do that. But definitely go get it. This is one of those you will kick yourself if you don't get it at just $49 for a lifetime license. And they are saving your photos, so you're saving space on your Google Drive too. That just seems dumb.
Yeah, I mean, the just access to the photos and stuff is huge. It really is.
Definitely, definitely, definitely. So if you have any questions, please let me know in the comments below.
Yep.
And we will see you tomorrow.
Sounds awesome, gang.
All right. Bye, Scott.
Bye.